Hey there everybody, I'm John Campea. Welcome to my movie vlog, and this is my quick review of the brand new Tom Cruise true-to-life story, American Made. This story is absolutely crazy. Now, supposedly the movie follows the based on true life events of Barry Seal, played by Tom Cruise in this film, an American pilot who gets recruited by the CIA to take surveillance photos. Then he starts running drugs for the Colombian cartels. Then he starts running guns for the Contras. He's doing things with Manuel Noriega. It's just crazy. It feels like you're watching another version of Forrest Gump. Instead of all these encounters being made up in Forrest Gump, this was like real life stuff happening to this dude. And you know what? Overall, this is a fun, pretty engaging, little bit informative, but fairly entertaining movie that is not going to blow the doors off for anybody. Like, it's not going to be in anybody's top 5 favorite films of the year, but it's a solid outing of a film that I think people are going to enjoy. And you know what? It all starts with Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, I don't know what it is with him lately. I mean, he's always been a really good actor, but it feels like lately, even in Jack Reacher movies, he is really bringing it. Like, he is putting everything he's got into almost every single movie he's doing right now. And this was no exception. Like, he finds a way to make a gun-running, drug-running, the associate of Pablo Escobar dude seem charming and sweet and makes you want to cheer for him. Not a lot of actors could pull that off, but Tom Cruise does. He pulls you in that Tom Cruise smile and that Tom Cruise charm, and it really works for the movie. Because as unbelievable as this entire story sounds about, he met this guy and he did this and he ran guns and he did the drugs and he met this person and this world leader and this world leader, as unbelievable as that all feels, Tom Cruise finds a way to put into this performance and create a character that brings you as the audience member along for the ride with him. And of course, a lot of the credit goes to the director, Doug Liman, working with Cruise in this case, but it's just the charm of the character that allows you as the audience member to walk through this story and through these incredibly, obscenely unbelievable series of events and makes it believable and palatable and kind of damn engaging to watch. Co-starring with him in this film is Donald Gleason. Of course, you remember him. He's General Hux of the First Order in the new Star Wars movies. Today is the end of the Republic! And he does an awesome job in this movie. A much smaller role, obviously, than Tom Cruise's, but he plays this slimy used car salesman of a CIA agent. He's the guy who gets Barry into the CIA and working for the CIA in the first place, and he's just a total slimeball, but you buy into it right away. It's really one of my favorite things I've ever seen him do, and it is a relatively small role. But outside of Tom Cruise and Gleason, a lot of the very strong supporting roles as well, the real strength of American Made, I think, lies in the pacing of the film. This movie has such a great cadence to it, moving from incredible event to incredible, and when I say incredible event, I don't mean world, global, changing event every single time, but a significant turn in the life of this dude and the direction that fate took him. It moves from significant event to significant event, knowing when to pepper in really famous, like, look, here's Pablo Escobar doing something crazy, and look, here's Ollie North doing something crazy, like all that kind of stuff. It's the cadence and the pace of the movie that allows, with all this information, because the movie's also like packed with just a lot of sheer information and a lot of events that are being thrown at us. But it's the pace. It's not too fast, but it's the pace and cadence that allows us to consume it, not really dwell on it too long, and then move right on to the next thing with really good segues in between those segmentations of the film that just bring you along for the ride. Now, what ultimately prevents a film like American Made from being like an Oscar contender film or prevent it from being really a great film is the fact that it's a little thin on a lot of the stuff. Like, they introduce a lot of things, but that same cadence that makes it entertaining and engaging and moves us along, the cadence also prevents them from going very deep into very many things. Like, look, you would figure any human being would face some pretty heavy moral questions they want to face themselves. We never get to see Tom Cruise or Barry struggling with those things or asking himself those questions. We never hear about the ramifications of the events or the world events that he helped put in motion. We never really find out, how does his wife go from having this attitude to having this attitude? These are all things considered unimportant or unnecessary details that this movie didn't need to get into. And for the most part, considering the type of pace that Doug Liman was going for as the director, I can see why he did that. Again, though, those are the little details, that type of depth, giving extra dimension to those questions and those characters and those situations is what could have taken American Made from being a solid good movie to being a truly great one. But at the end of the day, American Made is just a solid, entertaining, somewhat informative, well-performed, well-directed movie that just shows us a little bit of the life of this guy who somehow had his fingerprint on some of the most defining moments of American history and the direction America went during the late 70s, early 80s, and somehow had this incredible story to tell about it. It's pretty remarkable on that level. On a no or a go, I'm going to say go. Go see American Made. I think you'll be glad that you did. But the big question here is, what do you think about American Made? What have your expectations been? Have you been one of the people who've had a chance to see it already? Whatever the case is, jump into the comments section and let me know your thoughts. Listen, guys, while you're here, why don't you take a second, click on that subscribe button, become a subscriber to my YouTube channel, follow me on social media on Twitter, simply at John Campea. That'll do it for me, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me, and until the next video, bye-bye.